Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back after a little break, and today I want us to dive into a topic that is very close to my heart. Emotional maturity is a signature trait of a high value woman. If you're on the journey of becoming more grounded, graceful and unshakable, this is one for you. Guys, I got employed when I was a very young girl, and when I look back, there are many situations where I overreacted when I was not supposed to overreact. So moving forward, I've been really longing to become a high value woman who can practice emotional maturity. Actually, I've been reading books on emotional intelligence and all that. So have you ever looked back at how you reacted in a situation and thought, I could have handled that better, or maybe you've stayed silent when you should have spoken. Sometimes you are supposed to speak and you just stay there like a sheep. Or there's that time you exploded when silence would have been golden. Yeah, I have been there. And that's why this topic is so key to me, okay? So guys, one thing I've learned is that being a high value woman is less about how you look. Looking, we say we are judged, or we are treated how we dress, but sometimes it's not really about how you look. When you're a calm, collected woman, that is more attractive than looks, and more about how you handle what life throws at you. And one of the most attractive magnetic traits you can develop is emotional maturity. So what does it look like? What does that really mean? Because you could be wondering, but thank you for googling and just listening to this video. So emotional maturity is the ability to regulate your emotions, take ownership of your responses, and maintain composure even when things don't go your way. So it's not really about suppressing your feelings. Sometimes when you're supposed to speak, you keep quiet, and vice versa. No. What is there in emotional maturity, especially in women, women talk too much, but knowing when to speak and how to respond, understanding your triggers and not letting them lead you, just being aware of what triggers you. And when you know that's a trigger, then you calm down and know, I need to handle this better. Or being responsible for how you show up, even when others are not showing up that way. It's very important. So this is how emotional maturity looks like you don't react, you only respond. There are some people, when you're having a discussion with them, they'll give you a question and tell you, don't listen to react, just respond. That is very different. So you pause. In response, you pause, you breathe, and then you choose your words and actions. No more knee-jerk reactions that you will regret later. Okay, so do not react in situation, just be there. Like sometimes, this is the battle I want to fight, and this is what I want to fight. Number 2, you don't depend on others to regulate your emotions. No one is going to save you. No one is responsible to how you answer back or how you behave. So you're not waiting for someone else to say sorry, validate you, or rescue you. Even if someone pissed you off or triggered you, you don't need to wait for them to tell you sorry. No. You learn to sit with discomfort and work through it. So sometimes we just keep quiet. That person has done me bad, but let me just keep quiet. Emotional maturity looks like when you own your parts, like taking responsibility of your actions and apologizing whenever it's necessary. You reflect instead of deflecting. Not repelling, you reflect. Just apologize, and that is power. Saying sorry is very powerful. Even today, when I meet, especially men, sometimes their ego is so high, but when you meet a man who, even if he hits you accidentally and tells you I'm sorry, then that person he has worked on himself. The same way, he's able to know that was wrong, and I can say sorry. The same for women. Some women, when they hit you, they be like, you are on the way, you wanted me to do what? But that's not it. You just apologize whenever it's necessary. That is very powerful. That person will wonder, I should have said sorry, even me. Like they will go feeling like they acted irresponsibly, and you've acted responsibly. Then also, this also looks like you prioritizing peace over pride. When you tell someone I'm sorry, or I'm sorry this happened, you will be at peace, and that time you will have lowered your guard a bit. But you see, peace is far much worth whatever the consequences of pride are not like those ones of peace. So you just let go, not because you are right, but because you are free, or they were right, but because now you are free. Then the other thing, how you conduct yourself in situations where temperatures are escalating, you just live respectfully whenever needed. Not every environment deserves your presence. And an emotionally mature woman knows when her time is in a space is used up. Just know, I just need to go. It's not so. That's why some people will just walk out quietly and just let everything go. So choose your battles wisely. Not everything deserves your reaction. So just learn to pause before you respond and think about what you are about to say. Number 2, don't play the victim. So a woman who is emotionally mature should acknowledge her pain, but will not dwell on it or in the blame. Yeah, so sometimes she seeks healing and growth, not pity. Yeah, sometimes you just agree, I know that thing was really bad. It was painful. I don't want to play a victim. For example, personally, I might have gone through very painful situation, but I don't have to play a victim and stay there forever. So I need to, that's why I've been doing therapy, doing a lot of research, just to seek healing and grow. I don't want to be pity-partyed. Oh, this happened. No, I just want to move on from the situation, because no one is coming to save me, so I cannot be a victim forever. I'm a grown woman, and I need to move, I need to grow, I need to get out of my comfort zone. Yeah, and emotionally mature woman respects other people's space and boundaries. So even when you're rejected, for ladies and for men, if you're a girl who really admires a guy, even when you're rejected, or for a job or anything, when you're hurt, when you're ignored, don't just chase or beg too much. Yeah, just process your feelings very fast and privately with a lot of grace. Respect that person's space and boundary. You don't have to react too much, and just move on. Not everyone will accept you. Not everyone will pay attention to what you're saying. Not everyone will be careful not to hurt you. Some people just hurt you, they are savage, and they go away. So just respect them and their spaces, keep the boundaries, and move on. Also, an emotionally mature woman communicates with clarity and not chaos. Guys, there is something I'm working on, is that, like, I can be told something and it triggers me so much and I can just do some outbursts. I've been trying to be clear, even with the people who work for me around here. Like, I just want to be calm. And I don't want to be a person who gives silent treatment. There are those people who are professors in silent treatment. Some either they react very fast with outbursts, or they give you a silent treatment. As an emotionally calm woman or mature woman, you should stay calm, use very calm words to express your need or where you've been hurt, and then try and resolve that conflict. Even if the other person is not willing to listen to you at that point, they will think about it and they'll be shocked at how gracefully you have handled the situation, and they'll actually want to be like you. So seeking settlement is better than outburst or giving someone a silent treatment. Yes, you might disagree with someone, and a silent treatment can last for years, and that will be very bad. So just moving on from those situations. Like I said, I am saved, I love God. But when I was growing up, when I was not emotionally mature, there are people who crossed path with, and even today, okay, I left wherever they were. I'm not near them anymore. But I don't know how I'll behave when I meet them today. I don't know, but I pray that God will help me to resolve the conflicts within me and just forgive them and move on. So sometimes if you don't resolve issues, they might stay on for very many years, and that could be tricky. Then finally, an emotionally mature woman knows when to walk away. You don't have to stay where you're not respected or where you're not needed. I know our generation, we've been really talking about bringing yourself closer and everything, loving yourself, respecting yourself. That is okay. Don't stay where you're not needed or respected. Just choose your peace and your priority. Sometimes situations are so bad. Sometimes situations are so bad that you don't even solve the conflicts. But you don't have to stay in a situation where you are constantly disrespected. That is not really useful. Just walk away and hope that someday you will resolve. But if you share that is a person who hurt you, forgive them in your heart, or just ask them for forgiveness. They don't have to respond, but just tell them, I'm sorry. It is their decision to forgive or not, but you have done your part. So apologize and make peace your priority. That is important. Why does it matter? Why do you have to be an emotionally mature woman? It actually sets you apart. It takes up your value as a woman. And you will not always seek validation. No, you are going to be a very respected woman if you just handle things calmly. By that you become a calming force in a very chaotic world. I really admire those women, and I'm working towards becoming that woman, calm, collected woman who does not react but responds, who pauses to think about before they answer, even in texting. Sometimes you might hurt someone, they send you a paragraph. Before you respond to their paragraph, take some time and think. Or sometimes you can ignore and choose to talk about it when you see them in person. So if you're such a woman, you become a safe space for your friends, for your partner, for your community, in that small group, in that women's group, and everything. So being an emotionally mature woman, it will benefit you and the people around you, because you will enjoy a lot of peace. It will not just benefit you alone, but the people. It will bless everyone who's around you, and they will crave that energy that you have. In my life, I have such women, and I long to be like them. Now imagine a situation where someone forgets to handle your work in a group event. So a less mature version of you might react this way. They will lash out or withdraw in anger. They will vent on WhatsApp or become just passive aggressive, silent treatment, or just if they were talking to you, 5 words they talk to, or you could feel deeply offended and hold on to resentment. You just resent them or just don't talk to them anymore. But now, if you are an emotionally mature woman, this is what you will do. You will carry that burden, feel very disappointed privately, because it matters. You're a human being with feelings and everything. Then after that, you'll give yourself space to process it, and then you bring it back later. You bring it up later, very kindly and lovingly, or just let it go completely. Sometimes not all issues should be brought up. You can just forget about it and move on, because some things are not really your energy. So when you do that, that shows emotional strength. That shows that you have self-leadership, and that it also shows that you carry high value energy, and people will really love hanging around you. So if you're in that journey of becoming high value woman, I want you to remember this. Being soft does not mean you are now a doormat, and being mature does not mean you don't feel. It means you channel your feelings wisely, you elevate every room you walk into, and you become a woman who builds and not breaks. Okay? So if this message really resonates with you as I finish, drop a comment below with your favorite takeaway. What have you learned from this video? Have you had a moment recently where you chose maturity over reaction? Tell us. I would love really to hear it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, you can share it with your friends. because we have more content of becoming a high value woman coming up, because that's something I really believe in and I crave and I trust. Yeah, guys, I'm in my late 30s, and by the time I just want to become that high value woman every girl would like to be around. Guys, I've made so many mistakes as I've grown up. I've broken relationships because of how I reacted. And sometimes I regret how I react to situation, even with the person, the father of my kids and everything. But I want to become that. It's my desire to become a high value woman so that I can mentor other guys, boys and girls in that journey. So just stay grounded, guys. Stay graceful and walk in your value. You are made for much more than being resentful or just outburst or silent treatment. We can do better. Let's focus and become those graceful women we desire. Bye bye.